Okay, let's start by opening up our document that we made previously that we called my first part here. So once we have that open, what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to explore some more tools. So we're going to go ahead and click this plus sign down here at the bottom, and we're going to create a new part studio here. Okay, so I'm going to just click that plus sign, go to create part studio. I'm going to click that. Okay, it's going to load here, and now we have a new space to draw on. I'm going to make a 3D part. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do again is we're going to draw on the front plane here. So I'm going to go over here to this little view cube. I'm going to click the front. That way we're facing directly at it. Okay, once again, we're going to come up here. We're going to click Sketch. And it's going to ask us what we want to draw on. So we're just going to choose this front plane. So I'm just going to click somewhere on this front plane right here. Notice it should now say front plane on this. If it does not say front plane, you can just click this little X to delete whatever's in there and try clicking this again. Now we can also click over here in the menu to choose the front plane. Okay, so right there it says front plane, so we're good to go. Remember, we don't click the green check mark yet. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and draw on here. So we're going to explore some new tools. But to start off with, we're going to just use the line tool again. Okay, so I'm going to click the line. And I just want to draw a straight vertical line starting at the origin here. So I'm going to click once to start that. And we're going to go straight upwards. We'll just say about to there. Okay, now I only need that line, so you'll see it still wants to connect elsewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press escape, and that stops us from drawing. Okay, so we've got that straight line going up and down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to throw in some curves over here. So we're going to use what's called the Spline Tool, which is right here. Okay, if I hover over it, it says Spline. So what that does is it lets us make some curves by clicking through some points. So I'm going to click that, and we want to start down here at the bottom. So I'm going to press it once. And now what we can do is you'll notice right now it looks like a straight line. I'm going to click to add an anchor point. And now once I start moving around now, you can see it's curving. So let's say I go out here somewhere. I'm going to click. We're just going to add some curves in here. And we'll say we go back up. Something like that. Now I ended it at that spot, but now you'll see it wants to keep going. So I'm going to click the escape button. And it stops. Okay, we want to make sure, notice that it's shaded in here. That means it's closed, which means we did that all correctly. Okay, that's all I'm going to draw. So I'm going to press the green check mark here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to use a different tool. So yesterday we used this extrude tool to basically pull our sketch out of the screen. What we're going to look at today now is the Revolve tool, which is right next to it. So I'm going to click Revolve. And it's going to ask me, I need to fill in two pieces of information. The first is, what do I want to revolve? So I'm going to click inside of our sketch here. And then it needs to know what axis we're going to revolve around. So in other words, what are we going to spin this around? Okay, so I'm going to click this box right here where it says revolve axis. And I'm going to select now this vertical line. So I'm going to click there. And that's going to give us a preview. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark. And so if we look at this, basically what it did is it took our sketch and it spun it around. Okay, so now we have this sort of top looking thing. Okay, so basically we just spun our sketch around to make this. And so that's our first 3D part using the Revolve tool.